know when you're scrolling on Instagram where, you know, you're just flicking through and all of a sudden an ad pops up with some off-brand SMMA guru that says, I can get you 5 to 10 high-paying clients, agency owners, listen up, blah, 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 bullshit. Well, guess what? 1 year ago, I sat 10 pitches, 10 different gurus. I sat a pitch with those guys and I let every single one of them pitch me their product. I had a small little inner circle at the time where I was teaching people some sales, and I used to record the calls all the time. And here's one of them. You'll see what the hell they talk about. And what I never understood is, why the fuck are they pitching me a product that can get me 20, 30 new clients in 90 days or whatever the fuck they promise? Why don't they just implement it onto their own business? It's gotta be something wrong there. So I sat this pitch with this gentleman so you don't have to.
How these calls usually go is I'm just gonna ask you a few questions. I've already done most of my homework. So yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna ask you a few questions about yourself, about your company, and then also explain a little bit more about what we do. And then you can just let me know what you think. Is that fine?
Sounds good, man. I sure will.
Yeah, so yeah, it would be great if you can just let me know why you decided to take the time out of your day and jump on this call with me.
Mate, it was honestly just one of the better ads that I've seen. You know, I speak to a few of you guys. I spoke to closers. I have an outbound team. You guys say you can kind of do a do for you model where you book meetings for me to just close. And I'm just interested to hear more about that.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, no, pretty straightforward. You know, I already know who you are. I've actually seen some of your videos on YouTube, popped up, got recommended a few. Personally, I think they're very funny, very good.
Thanks,
I
man.
also learned a few things on them. But yeah, so I mean, I already know a little bit about, you know, what your target market is and, you know, what you're doing. You've spoken to a few other companies. What was the reason you haven't moved forward with them? Are you just looking around, or?
Mate, it's just all credibility. Like, I haven't seen anyone say, or, you know, there's two things. Two people have sat these pitches with me and said, look, we can do this, this, and this. And I was like, if you show me case studies for the same niche that you've done this, I'm more than happy to go ahead. And they couldn't. And another problem, like a huge stipulation of mine is, look, if you show me results, even for one person that has a legitimate SMMA, that you've gotten these results, I'm more than happy to go ahead. They couldn't provide either. So that's the kind of stipulation that I had moving forward with those guys.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Can you also tell me a little bit about, you said you have your own outbound team at the moment. How many meetings are you guys booking on a weekly basis at the moment?
We do about 3 a day. So, you know, well, we don't work on Sundays. So I would say 15 to 20 every single week, you know, and we close about 2. Yeah. I don't sit these sales calls anymore. So no. if it was me sitting them, well, I do the odd time, depending on like, if it's a large deal, like over 200 or 2,500, it would be me. But most of the time I'm not sitting these calls anymore. So that's why it's sparring on YouTube with my sales calls.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. And what are you kind of like, what are you hoping to get with working with a company like ours?
I mean, at the end of the day, man, if you guys can even, because you guys said what would be, this is what I'm curious about. You said, how many meetings could you book in my particular niche if you had to kind of lay it out?
Yeah, I mean, like we have case studies with your exact, we have a few case studies in your exact niche.
Okay.
One where we're currently doing a mix with outbound and paid. We're also doing one company in Scandinavia where we're only doing paid. I think they're spending around 70 a day on ads, and they're booking anywhere from, I think cost per lead is anywhere from 8 to 15 in Ireland. I don't know if you've tried running ads for yourself. So yeah, that's what we're kind of doing at the moment. And the lead quality is pretty good. We are getting a few that aren't that good, but you know, we also take care of like everything. We also install like, what's it called, triagers, and also, you know, setters to actually call the leads that are opting in. But what we do essentially is setting up email and also paid acquisition. We would do LinkedIn, but it's not going to work for your niche, so we wouldn't even bother.
Yeah, man, I've tested it all. Paid ads. So you're saying paid ads is what you think is the best course of action for me?
We've gotten really good results from it, yes. But we've like the thing is, we've also gotten really good results for when we're just doing outbound via email. Can I ask what countries are you going after, or is there not really
all US and Canada? You know, that's where 25
Okay.
of our clients are from. We have a couple of UK, but I mean, we just focus on our outbound in US and UK, or US and Canada.
Okay, but if we could get you clients in, let's say, UK, Scandinavia, would you mind?
Overheads are too expensive, with Twilio being
Okay.
the main point, because
Yeah.
you know we spend about $1,000 on Twilio fees just now. So I've had 6 clients just myself with, you know, just being UK, and Twilio was $1,500 or 1,500 euros monthly. So
Yeah.
you know, $1,000 a month for 25 clients right now versus $1,500 or 1,500 euros for 6 clients in the UK. It makes no sense. You know, I don't want to get those overheads high. We are experimenting with the
Yeah.
UK, but it makes no sense at this point in time. We are focused on outbound, so I'm transitioning into inbound myself soon. But it wouldn't be a
Yeah.
case that Scandinavia or UK is on my radar at the moment.
Okay. Maybe later down the line if we find a solution for Twilio. But okay, makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, like I've already done my research. I think we already can help because we already have case studies in your niche. So I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen. I'm going to show some of our case studies.
Go for it.
So a little bit about myself first. Currently coaching over 380 students with just when it comes to like doing outbound in Scandinavia. We've generated over 5 million euros for our clients. We booked over 1,000 meetings in 2023.
Wow.
Full transparency, we are relatively new to just targeting. Like the thing is, like a lot of our clients, like we have 20 active clients, right?
Boring.
On a holistic view, what is that we do? We obviously help you. If you're not already sure, obviously you're already sure, but we help you dial in ICP. That's what we do for like some of our biggest, like bigger B2B clients, because you know they're like traditional marketing agencies. They're helping everyone and everything. Then we also make sure that you have like a good offer, which you already do. And then we go into like building sales assets. It can be case studies and everything. And you know, for some of our clients, we just, you know, when with cold email, you know, I don't know exactly how your ones looked. But I'm assuming that there was, you know, because the thing is, like, if we're running the copies that we're kind of doing right now, like even in the UK for dentists, which I'm sure you're aware, like how competitive that is.
Yeah.
We booked like 10 meetings the first week, and that's strictly from email. When was it that you needed to dip? Was it in like 10 minutes?
I can pull this a little bit forward. So like, I mean, we have 15 minutes, I guess, on my end.
Yeah. So it was 10, but I can't. Yeah, I'm not able to see the conversion rate because it was actually like super recent. It was like the 22nd to 27th because one booked in on like a Saturday, so it was like last week, like one or 2 weeks ago ish.
Yeah.
I can ask for the conversion rate. The thing is, like again, it's like a traditional agency, so we don't have any type of revenue share or anything there.
Okay.
So it's like strictly pay per call for them, which is why we don't really track revenue. But I think
okay, but you have the email campaigns already, like in your own, like ownership, that you can kind of show me what they'd look like.
My idea is to also like make you an offer where we do both email and link and Facebook.
Yep.
Maybe even Instagram DMs. I'd have to look into that. So that's what I'm thinking to propose to you. But for them, they're only doing email, and then we have a setup fee, we have a monthly fee, and then they're just pay per call. So they're just covering they're paying us a fee to set it up for them, so they own the system, even if they stop working with us. And then they have a low fee of like, I think it's like 300 a month, just to cover like software expenses, like Smart Lead, like we're using.
Tell me this though, okay, so you're booking these guys meetings with emails, yeah? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
What is their offer? Because what you just said in that email copy gives me the idea that the dentists that sign up with those guys don't pay anything until they see some results.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Like, a lot of people are, you know, like, for example, I'm sure you're aware, like, yeah, a lot of people have this thing when they're doing, you know, marketing. Like, a lot of people are doing it.
Of course.
Like, for example, like Charlie Morgan, he has like 130 to 100 appointments.
Who's
or
Charlie
you
Morgan?
Don't pay. Yeah, or you don't pay, and then like there's so many people who have or you don't pay, but yet they pay up front, right?
Of course.
So we essentially just took that and transferred it into email. And the thing is, like, if they jump on that call, they obviously have a problem, and they're obviously looking to solve it. Which then we can just, like, we already have them there, and as long as we explain, like, okay, we're gonna get you this, and essentially you are only paying per patient, but you're paying up front. That's how it works, essentially. So yeah.
I hear you, man. So look, Instagram DMs are quite successful on our end. We book at least 2 or 3 meetings a day just on that. We do cold call as well. So Facebook ads would be 100%. I know you said you'll get, like, on a second meeting with your guys to show me, like, the results and also those kind of things. If we were able to kind of, like, knuckle down on that, I think we would have a deal on our hands.
Okay.
Because we're focused fully on inbound end of this month, 100%.
Okay.
With the addition that we're still doing our current outbound.
Okay. But I mean, let's make it happen. Let me prepare, like, let me get access to their account so I can show you, like, inside of it and everything.
Yep.
And then maybe we can jump on a call. The thing is, like, this week is a bit filler for me because I'm traveling on the 8th.
Okay. Where you
to
going,
Bahrain, going to shoot some content.
That's right.
But I'm thinking maybe Monday or Tuesday next week.
If we can do same time next week.
Yeah.
That work?
That's gonna be like 11 in Bahrain, but I'll make it work. But I think we have a plan then. So let me just move this calendar invite that we have at the moment.
Yeah.
Let me just move it to the same time on Monday next week.
Sounds
and
good.
on that call, I'll have everything prepared from their side. The exact numbers, the exact cost per call, per lead. I'll also make sure to bring qualification rates from those leads that we're generating.
Yeah. Please.
Fake leads and all of that, just so you have a good understanding on everything.
Yeah. Bro, we can do $150 a day on ad spend easily. So
okay.
Like,
just let's print now, but yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, bro. I'll let you go. I'm about to jump on another meeting now myself. But appreciate your time, Dennis.
Yeah, no, for sure. It was very nice meeting you. Keep up the
Likewise,
work, and
man.
then we'll speak on Monday.
Enjoy your trip, bro. Take it easy.
Yeah, thank you. Take care.
Boys, fuck. Be honest. Don't fucking piss me off. Who here pitches like him? I don't say look. I don't mean look like him. I said who here pitches like him?
Nope.
You guys are fucking bullshitting me, boys. All right. I know for a fact some of you guys pitch like that. Okay, so you don't need to raise your hand and say yes, me. I know guys pitch like that. Simon, what was the one big problem in his pitch? If you had to just kind of say, what would you take from that?
I didn't like that he wanted to jump on another call with you. I wanted him, as you're an HCC, he knows that HCC owners don't have a lot of time, so he just needs to say the price just on that first call, I guess.
I'm never sitting another call with him. He had to have sold me there for me to get going. Now I'm never like that. Dude I took full control of it because I was like, look, I'm a results-based kind of guy. Okay? You don't need results to fucking close anyone. Ryan, he was, bro, I don't like disrespecting people's appearances, but that also plays into fucking factor. Okay? That also plays into fucking factor. And I'm just saying, when I saw him run the call, I went to this call and every motherfucker in this call laughed. Okay? So don't fucking bullshit yourself because you guys are thinking the same thing yourself too. Okay? So get yourself into shape and make sure that's in check first. But anyone else have had to say like that stood out pretty bad in his call? Better yet, who has done multiple things last week or even the week before that he did in his sales call that you probably did in yours? Raise your fucking hand. Don't bullshit me. What, Phillips?
I think a lot of stuttering. Sometimes I stutter when I don't have a direct answer to a question, even just in cold calls. When they punch something out that I don't really know the exact answer to.
Okay. Dimitri?
Yes, I go over the discovery phase. I just go straight into my pitch. Him.
Yeah. I mean, he failed to find something relatable with me and him at the beginning, which immediately made the conversation transactional. Immediately. He was like, so let's just dive straight into it. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Let's just dive straight into it. What's you haven't even given me the agenda of what's going to happen. You know, like his qualification was very poor. I put him in an uncomfortable position when I said I only have 25 minutes. Immediately he was shitting himself. You know what I mean? That really put him at ease, or at an uneasy way, which I maybe shouldn't have said. But at the same time, you should be closing someone in 25 minutes. This is the whole point of that call, was for me to show you guys that you should never ever sit these calls with these guys. Okay, that's the first takeaway. Second takeaway is you guys need to look at these guys and think, what the fuck? Why is he so shit? Why can't he close me? Because I'm very, very results driven. He could have had something. If he showed me 10 results for 10 different med spa owners, and I was like, oh fuck, bro, let's fucking go. Shit, take my money. Boom. He started showing me shit that I said I didn't want to see. He talked about email when I said I tried email. He did all that when you need to understand, you need to listen to the prospect. He didn't listen to me really. He kind of did, but he wasn't the worst. But at the same time, you can clearly see why he didn't close me. You can clearly see he's a beginner and an amateur. And you guys need to recognize the way you combat everything about what he did is repetition. Okay? And with repetition, you have to have a decent offer, a guarantee. He didn't mention any offer. He didn't mention any guarantee. He didn't reassure me once in that call. I really put him at ease. You saw me. I was just stoic. I was staying still. Wasn't even moving. I was just smirking at some shit, asking questions, blah, 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 blah. But you need to have a really good offer, and you need to have a really good guarantee, and you need to build a relationship within the call. He found nothing to build a relationship with me except the YouTube videos, I guess. But you see how that ran flat? Like, you need to make it sound like you actually care, which he just couldn't do. First of all, you should be looking at that thinking that's your competition. You know what I mean? You need to be looking at that like those are the guys you're competing with. Those are the guys in your niche that you're competing with. That's how they pitch. How do you make yourself different to these guys? You differentiate yourself immediately by showing some genuine interest, by having a good offer, a good guarantee. If you don't have case studies, you don't fucking show case studies. He showed me an e-com guy. What? I don't give a fuck about the e-com guy. That, like, why are you showing me you saw the pitch deck? You don't need to share your screen and show a pitch deck. That shit is just bullshit. You can see how flat that comes because I'm a genuine business owner. I'm genuinely looking to scale. I actually have what I need in myself. We don't need anybody to do it for us. Okay, we're gonna do the ads. We're gonna fucking, Hunter's the one that's helping me with the ads, and he's doing it for free. He's like, Tariq, just make sure your copy sounds like this when you speak to the camera, and that's your ad. If you know how to run the ads, Austin knows how to do that. We don't even need that. But I was like, Hunter, what's the best thing to say in this ad? Where should I be located in this ad? Okay, we don't need to worry about inbound ads just yet because you guys aren't at 10K a month and you don't have that extra chunk of change to get those extra leads. But rest assured, when you do, I'll teach you guys how to do it because we know how to do it and we haven't even done it yet. But we just know because I'm going to copy and paste Hunter's method. And Hunter had a $250,000 fucking agency at one point in time. So whatever the fuck I do, he did, and it'll work for me. Okay, but I lost track there. But you guys need to recognize that on the sales call, you really, really need to understand there are guys you're competing with, and those are the fucking guys you are pitching are signing up with. Why though? I know for a fact maybe 50% of the people that I pitched had an agency owner like him. Maybe different niche, but how do you make yourself more presentable? How do you give yourself the best? The whole point of this call is how do you give, because there was zero objection handling in that call too. How do you give yourself the best possible chance to make this person sign with you rather than someone else? You make them fucking like you. You make them like you. How do you do that? By appearing genuine, by not showing bullshit results. If it doesn't relate to them, I probably wouldn't even share my screen until I really fucking feel like, okay, I got this. This person actually might buy. Okay, I've built this relationship up. You know what? I'm going to share my screen now. Okay, so you really need to ask the right qualification questions. He had no idea what it's like to run an agency. He didn't ask me about the problems that I'm facing. He didn't ask me about, all he asked was how many meetings am I booking now? Why do you care about that? What's that got to do? He didn't ask me I don't like what's your goals in 6 months, what's your revenue goals on this, but we know he didn't ask any questions to make me feel reassured that he knows what he's doing.